Welcome to Recap King. In this video, we will explain zombies. This movie tells the story of a strange virus outbreak, which quickly spreads through a safari park and turns all the zoo animals undead. Those left in the park must stop the creatures before they escape and zombify the whole city. Will they be able to survive and fight the animal zombies? Let's find out in Zombies. Zombies started at the Eden Wildlife, the largest zoo that preserves endangered animals. Eden Zoo is owned by Dr. Ellen, who inherited it from her grandfather. Before Eden Zoo opened to the public, a strange incident occurred where the monkeys were acting very viciously. Even the vets did not know what caused the change in behavior of the monkeys. The climax occurred when a monkey died of a heart attack. Dr. Gordon, a veterinarian assigned to the monkey enclosure, took the initiative to inject intracardiac epinephrine, a serum that is actually prohibited, to stimulate the monkey's heart. However, it doesn't have any effect. The monkey's death finally made the other monkeys that were being held even more vicious. It was because there was an infectious pathogen that had spread throughout the clinic. Dr. Gordon and the other zookeepers were utterly bewildered. This is the first time they have seen monkeys acting like ferocious predators. Even more terrifying, they saw a monkey that had just died come back to life with its eyeballs turning white. The zombie monkey then attacked the zookeepers and doctors one by one. 2 zookeepers who were in the room were killed, while Dr. Gordon managed to save himself by setting the alarm. At the same time, Dr. Ellen is on a tour with college students who will do an internship at the zoo. The students are prohibited from using cell phones inside the zoo, so that the situation inside will not be exposed on social media before the opening day. Ellen herself is a single parent who has a daughter named Thea. Because the babysitter who usually looks after Thea is sick, that day Ellen brought Thea. Thea looked so happy to be able to go on a tour in the van and see the zoo. When the van arrived at one of the places, the students were divided into several groups. One of the students, Ricky, was taken to the aviary where rare birds are kept. He was accompanied by Dr. Chelsea, who is a bird specialist. Amber and 2 other students were taken to the wild boar farm, while AJ, accompanied by Daxton, one of the zookeepers there, was taken to a gorilla named Kifo. When Dr. Ellen takes the last student to their destination, she first stops by her office so Thea can play with her doll. After that, Gage was ushered into the zoo's security division, where he was introduced to the chief security officer named Rex. After the division of tasks for delivering students was over, suddenly the emergency alarm from the Veterinary Clinic building sounded. Dr. Ellen tried to contact Dr. Gordon, but he didn't pick up the phone. Rex thought that something had happened in the clinic. The staff then frantically prepared weapons to head to the clinic to check the situation there, while Dr. Ellen and Thea were left alone. The Veterinary Clinic is quite far from Dr. Ellen's office. They had to use a jeep to get there. When they got there, they saw a hand covered in blood appear on the glass door. After that, Dr. Gordon appeared, signaling them not to open the door. But they didn't notice the hint from Dr. Gordon, so the security team came in and found the room covered in blood. And when they tried to help Dr. Gordon, suddenly a zombie monkey appeared out of his chest. The zombie monkey screamed, signaling for the other monkeys to come out. As a result, the monkeys attack and bite people. Lizzie tried to close the door, but a monkey got stuck in it. On the other hand, another monkey was about to bite the sprawled Rex. Gage tries to help Rex by catching the monkey with his coat. Then, he banged the monkey against the wall. Unfortunately, Lizzie couldn't close the door, causing all the monkeys to run outside. After they managed to get out of the clinic, Rex reports to Dr. Ellen about the incident that just happened. Dr. Ellen panicked. She immediately monitored the monkeys through the CCTV camera screen, then turned on the alarm as a preventive measure so that the monkeys did not leave the zoo area. Dr. Ellen also ordered all zookeepers and students to hide in a safe place. Unfortunately, the monkeys came to the wild boar area, where Amber and her 2 friends were. Amber and her 2 friends immediately hid in the wild boar cage, but it turned out that the wild boar had contracted the zombie virus from the monkeys. The boar then attacked those hiding in the cage, forcing them to climb trees to save themselves. From her office, Dr. Ellen finally asked the police for help after many victims fell. Back in the wild boar area, the students who had taken shelter in the trees were attacked by a herd of giraffes. Rex, Lizzie, and Gage come to the place, but the 2 students who were with Amber died. The giraffes are now trying to bite Amber. But then, Rex and Lizzie fire their shotguns and kill the giraffes. Amber survived, although now she is very panicked. She wanted to escape as soon as possible from the zoo. Gage prevented her from escaping alone, when suddenly a giraffe pounced on her. Gage tried to help Amber, but as a result, his hand was bitten. They finally survived after Rex and Lizzie shot the giraffe. Gage's sacrifice, unfortunately, was in vain. Amber still goes by using Rex's jeep. Without a vehicle, Rex and the others then decided to go to the aviary, which is quite far away. On the way, suddenly 3 elephants appeared in front of them. Luckily, the elephants have not contracted the zombie virus. They then rode the elephants to the aviary. Meanwhile, the police and SWAT team finally arrived at Eden Zoo. The SWAT team immediately checked the basement area to see the condition of the animals there. Turns out the lions have turned into zombies, and they begin attacking the SWAT teams. Dr. Ellen learned of the attack from CCTV. She could only scream and cry in her office. Elsewhere, Amber had reached one of the exit gates. Since the gate is closed, she signaled to the CCTV camera near the gate, hoping that someone would see her and open the gate. Then, Amber contacted Dr. Ellen via walkie-talkie. However, on the CCTV screen, 3 lions can be seen heading towards Amber. Dr. Ellen ordered Amber to immediately leave the place, but Amber insisted on going through the gate by climbing it. Not long after, a lion pounced on Amber's legs, making her fall. In Dr. Ellen's office, some zombie koalas managed to sneak into the playroom where Thea is. Thea herself was busy playing with dolls, but her attention was distracted when she saw a koala, which she thought was a doll. She approached the koala to touch its nose, but the koala grinned, much to Thea's surprise. Dr. Ellen, who is in the CCTV control room, realized that a pack of zombies had entered the building. She ran towards the playroom to save Thea. From behind the door, she could hear Thea's terrified screams. She tried to open the door, but the card didn't work. After trying several times, the door finally opened. However, what Dr. Ellen saw was beyond her expectations. Thea stood holding a baseball bat with blood all over her body. She had killed the 2 koalas that had attacked her. Trembling with fear, Thea said that she would not play with the cute animals again. Elsewhere, Rex, Lizzie, and Gage were almost at the aviary area, but they are attacked by Madagascar lemurs who have been exposed to the zombie virus. The elephants became so panicked that they fell to the ground. In the midst of the chaos, Rex's leg was stepped on by an elephant. Lizzie fires her shotgun to get rid of the lemurs attacking Rex, but she's out of ammo. Luckily, Daxton and AJ came. They shot the lemurs, forcing the animals to flee. The 5 of them, Rex, Lizzie, Gage, Daxton, and AJ immediately took cover in one of the buildings near the gorilla cage. There they also made a strategy to get to the aviary. However, when he realized that his beloved gorilla Kifo was threatened, Daxton immediately went to the gorilla cage. Once there, Daxton finds Kifo has turned into a zombie gorilla. Kifo attacks Daxton, and his body crashes into the room where his 4 friends are. Rex tells the others to run away, while he himself will fight Kifo. Not long after, Kifo entered the room. Rex then plunged his knife into Kifo's back. Although injured, Kifo can still slam Rex to death. Lizzie, Gage, and AJ are now in a cave surrounded by boulders. Behind, Kifo is chasing them. They then climbed the cave, but Kifo still followed them. Luckily, there is a big rock up there. They pushed the rock, which then hit Kifo. When they reached the top of the hill and headed down the road, they saw Amber driving a jeep towards them. They quickly ran to stop Amber. The jeep stopped, and they were very surprised to see Amber covered in claw wounds. After several times vomiting blood, Amber died in front of them. They then put Amber's body on the side of the road. After that, Lizzie contacted Dr. Ellen and informed her of Amber's death. Dr. Ellen immediately looked at the monitor screen and informed them that there was a herd of lions walking towards them. Unfortunately, the warning came too late because 4 zombie lions had surrounded them. But unexpectedly, the zombie lions were more interested in Amber's corpse. They quickly got into the jeep and fled from there, but then they were chased by another pack of zombie lions. Lizzie and Gage keep shooting at the lions, but one of the lions manages to jump into the car. Quickly, Gage fires his shotgun and the zombie lion dies. Unfortunately, in the middle of the trip, their car Jeep tire burst. AJ was unable to control the wheel, and their Jeep crashed into a tree, throwing all 3 passengers out of the car. Back to Dr. Ellen, she is currently trying to contact Dr. Chelsea. Knowing that the birds in the aviary are still safe, Dr. Ellen orders Dr. Chelsea to release all the birds so they don't get infected by the zombie virus. Despite her reluctance, Dr. Chelsea could not help but obey. But unfortunately, when she was about to release the birds, it turned out that they had contracted the virus, and one of the birds started attacking her. Meanwhile, Lizzie, AJ, and Gage had reached the top of the hill, where they saw a flying fox ride that connected the place to Dr. Ellen's office. However, Lizzie remembered that Rex had told her about the flying fox, which was not yet fully ready to use. But because they had no other choice, they had to ride the flying fox. They dangled over the cliff, but unfortunately, the rope used by Lizzie and AJ got cut off. Lizzie survives after jumping at Gage, but AJ fell down the abyss and died. Arriving at their destination, Lizzie and Gage meet with Dr. Ellen, and they planned to go to the aviary to help Chelsea and Ricky. Evening came, they prepared weapons and some gas cylinders, then left using a pickup truck. Arriving at the aviary, Lizzie and Gage find Ricky dead, while Dr. Chelsea herself was dying with her guts ripped out. Lizzie and Gage shoot all the birds in the aviary, as Dr. Ellen begins to pour gasoline on the aviary. Lizzie and Gage rushed out when they saw smoke rising. The fire burned the aviary slowly, so Lizzie suggested they blow up the pickup truck filled with gas cylinders near the aviary's door. Not long after Lizzie fired the pickup truck, a huge explosion killed all the birds in it. At the end of the film, they stepped out of the aviary in relief. However, Kifo suddenly chased after them. They hurriedly ran towards the gate, but Kifo continued to chase and attack them one by one. Thea falls and is about to be attacked, but Dr. Ellen immediately grabs a shotgun and shoots Kifo. After that, a helicopter came and flew them out of the Eden Zoo. The film ends. The message of this film is to always vigilant wherever we are, because we will not know when something bad will happen to us. Self-control is very important when in a critical situation so that we can take the right action to avoid disaster.